A Florida woman forced her young son to vape THC oil in order to help him sleep. A Florida couple was arrested for having sex next to a busy road. Florida's first snow park had to close right away because they don't have any snow. And a Florida man is accused of attacking fast food workers over a lack of lettuce. These are the weird stories for Friday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian, and the only daily weird news podcast to have Florida Fridays. That's right, a day of all weird news coming out of Florida this week. I'm happy to be here. I'm Jonesy, your host. Let's get into this Florida weirdness.
Those bizarre stories you hear about all the time that seem to only happen here in Florida. I know, right?
Can't make this stuff up. It is just one of the many wacky news stories out of Florida.
Why does the Sunshine State consistently produce such strange news?
But what accounts for all this bizarre news? Is it the weather? Is it the people?
Florida is full of the crazy stories.
A Florida woman forced her son to vape THC oil to help the poor boy sleep. It's hard to get a good night's sleep in Florida. There's alligators on the crosswalk. Your landlord's cooking up meth in the basement. What do? Well, you get yourself some THC oil and you vape it. You vape it every night, baby. That's how you get sleep in Florida. According to reports, a Florida mother was charged with 1 count of child neglect after forcing her young son to vape THC oil to help him sleep and to help his eating habits. Oh, the poor kid wasn't eating either? Well, you'll definitely get the munchies with this THC oil. It does help you sleep as well. It really is a miracle chemical, but you can't be giving it to toddlers now. Who's this mother? Unfit. Kiara Clarice, age 22. Oh, when babies have babies. Clarice was arrested after THC was found in the toddler's system, after the child's father was tipped off about Clarice's action by one of her ex-girlfriends. The ex-girlfriend claims that she witnessed Clarice force the boy to vape the THC oil on several occasions. She also witnessed the young mother allow other people to give the toddler alcohol. Boy, it's just weed and alcohol all day long for this toddler. Well, Clarice is just preparing him for spring break, or to be a Florida citizen, because when you live in Florida, the chemicals are just going to be part of your everyday existence. You got to learn to live with the chemicals. You got to make friends with the chemicals. But you can't be giving them to a child. The father visited the child, it says here, on November 6th when he noticed how slow and lethargic the boy appeared. Oh, boy. The poor kid's all slow. Hey, Dad, what's up? Like, hey, son, you want to go out and play in the yard? Nah, man, I just want to play video games, man. Hey, have you ever heard of Pink Floyd, Dad? Oh, wow, man. Yeah, he noticed this boy was lethargic. He took the boy to the local hospital for a drug test. The sheriff's office was notified soon after, when they found the chemicals in the kid's system, I assume. That's when Clarice was taken into custody. Authorities say Clarice admitted to smoking marijuana at home, but said she didn't do it in the presence of her son. No. She gave him the vape and left the room. I think Clarice wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. She's 22 years old. She wants to knock her son out so she can get her party on. That's what's going on. That's why you're like, go to sleep, son. I'm not tired. Well, smoke this and drink this snifter. You'll be very tired after this. That's when young people have babies. That's why you shouldn't have babies when you're 20 years old. You shouldn't, because you're not done partying, man. You don't want to be, held accountable, having to take care of another human being. You want to put that human being to sleep any way you can, as quickly as you can. This is why, you give your son a vape. That's why. I know. A Florida couple was arrested for having sex on the side of the road. Ooh, making love. Had nothing at all. Making love. Unsuspecting motorists driving along a busy Florida highway over the weekend got a nice treat. Some free porn. Well, most of the porn is free anyways. But this is free, live, side-of-the-road Florida porn, you know? The good kind. It was an unexpected sight. 2 people having sex by the side of the road in broad daylight. The graphic display was reported by multiple drivers, leading to the arrests of... Who are our winners? Well, we have 39-year-old Amber Gormley and 30-year-old Sean McClellan. Tell them what they've won. These quality Florida citizens win a weekend in prison for showing the world their genitalia in an afternoon delight. Star rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. You know, you get your afternoon delight on the side of a Florida highway, you know. According to the criminal complaint, the incident took place just before 3 o'clock. Oh, boy. U.S. Highway 19 North. You know the one. Ooh, I'm looking at the mug shots of these 2 individuals. This woman looks like she'll just do it anywhere. This guy looks like a criminal. Perfect couple. Let's hope they don't procreate anytime soon, because then you're going to have babies vaping. The amorous pair was said to have been observed by multiple onlookers having intercourse in an open area. An open area? You mean the side of the road? How specific. One driver reported seeing McClellan performing oral sex on Gormley. Ooh, the guy was performing the oral sex on her on the side of the road. What a dream, ladies. Isn't that a dream? Is it so difficult to find a guy to go down on you that you'll just take it on the side of the road, ladies? Oh, what a terrible, terrible position we're all in now. When questioned by the police after the arrest, McClellan confirmed that he had oral sex and admitted to some other sexual acts involving Gormley. Gormley and McClellan were each charged with lewd. You know it. You know the other word, guys. Lewd and what? Repeat after me. Lascivious behavior. It actually says lascivious exhibition. They have a history, these 2. Not quality citizens. The male suspect was additionally, by the way, charged with possession of synthetic marijuana. Ooh, the synthetic kind. That'll make you want to perform it on the side of the highway. The complaint states that both Gormley and McClellan assured the deputies that all these sexual acts were consensual. Although we had sex on the side of the highway at 3 o'clock, we want to assure everybody that it was totally consensual. So, just letting you know. We can go, right? We can go? We had sex on the side of the road, but it was consensual. It's okay to go now, right? Gormley, the female, is listed as a transient. She has a vast criminal record. They use the word vast. It stretches back to at least 1999, the dawn of civilization, including charges of aggravated battery, multiple counts of shoplifting and grand theft, possession of methamphetamine, and resisting arrest. Oh, Gormley, you typical Floridian. McClellan has a more modest rap sheet, including a traffic infraction in 2014, and it's a strange one. He was convicted in 2018 of a misdemeanor theft charge for stealing cat litter and peppermint tea from Walmart. Oh, very specific items. Sounds like this McClellan guy is just an okay dude, you know? He just wants to hang out with his cat and drink peppermint tea, but then he meets Gormley. Oh, goodness, and it's all downhill from there. She convinces them to perform oral on her on the side of Highway 19. Oh, boy, McClellan. Oh, you're in for it, pal.
It's Florida Friday, only on Weird AF News.
Yay!
A Florida snow park has to close immediately after opening. Are you out of your mind, Florida, building a snow park? Do you have any idea what the trends are in the temperature on this globe? Clearly not. You built a snow park in a hot, humid area. The earth is getting warmer, dumbasses. Have you not noticed? By the way, it's a pandemic. Why are you opening an amusement park? All signs should tell you no snow park in Florida in 2020. Where is this stupid monstrosity of an idea? Dade City, Florida. Florida's first snow park. Snowcat Ridge Alpine Snow Park in Dade City. Officially open to the public. However, they already are having to make some changes to operations as they misestimated how much snow they needed for the park. You don't even know how much snow. It seems to me like you should have calculated that before you invested the tens of millions of dollars in building a snow park in the middle of humid-ass Florida. In the middle of a bog, really. Florida's a giant bog. You built a snow park in a bog? Are you crazy? And if you are one of the investors in a snow park in Florida, just tell your family goodbye and walk into the ocean. Like, seriously. The snow park's most notable attraction, you want to know what it is? It's a large snow tubing hill. Yeah, well, guess what? There's not enough snow to make this snow tubing hill an actual snow tubing hill. Right now, just a hill. It measures 60 feet tall, 400 feet long. It even has a, quote, magic carpet that will whisk riders and their snow tubes to the top of the hill. Guests can ride in a single tandem or a six-person family tube. No, they can't ride in a six-person family tube because there's no snow on the tube, on the hill. It's just a hill. They have a list of their attractions. I don't know why this article is just going to go through all the attractions that are never going to operate because there's no damn snow at the snow park. But in case you're wondering, another attraction at the park is the Alpine Village, where guests can sip on hot cocoa and relax by a bonfire. There is also a light show on the snowy hill. No, there isn't. There isn't a light show on the snowy hill because the hill isn't snowy. So, I mean, you can sip hot cocoa all you want in the Florida humidity. You're stupid for doing so. But, my guess is if you paid $50 to go to a snow park in the middle of Florida, you deserve it. You deserve to be fleeced. Finally, we have another one. Visitors can also enter a 10,000 square foot snow Arctic igloo where you can build a snowman out of real snow. No, you can't. You can't build a snowman out of real snow. I'm sorry to break the news to everybody and the author of this article because you can't build snowmen when you don't have real snow. I should say you can't build snowmen out of real snow when you don't have any snow. There's no snow. Where are the snowmen going to come from? Huh? Snowcat Ridge made some announcements on their Facebook page to the shock of the local Floridians. I don't know how you can be shocked that a snow park isn't getting off the ground in Florida. They said they have to change their operations as they have misestimated the amount of snow production which was required to allow the large number of kids and adults to play in the snow. They're going to change this operations. Yeah, here's a suggestion. Turn it into a water park, Snowcat Ridge. You're now the Snowcat Ridge Water Park, formerly known as the Snowcat Ridge Snow Mountain Snow Park. They also said on their Facebook page, their Facebook says they have to close the Arctic igloo to concentrate on snow production efforts. Yeah, you should have concentrated on the snow production efforts very early in the operation of opening a snow park, in my opinion. Now, some of you may have been fooled into buying some tickets to this snow park in Florida, and if so, we have some options for you. You can use your existing ticket at Snowcat Ridge with the awareness of these operational changes. In other words, you can use your ticket and go to Snowcat Ridge and just understand there's not going to be any snow, and you'll have to explain that to your confused children. You can also request a refund by sending a message with your ticket information through their website. And refunds may take up to 10 business days, but it will likely be processed sooner. One more statement by the Snowcat Ridge Snow Park. We are very sorry for the inconvenience, and we appreciate your patience while we work diligently to resolve these snow-related issues, and we work towards making your Snowcat Ridge experience one that you will remember for ages to come. That's right, because you're going to be just shocked that there's no damn snow at the Snowcat Ridge Snow Park experience. That's why you'll remember it. You'll remember it as a terrible, terrible mistake that you made one winter. A Florida man attacked fast food workers because of lettuce. Largo, Florida. A man threw a fit at a fast food restaurant because the eatery didn't have any lettuce to put on his sandwich, according to the police. The police were called to Checkers around 11:30 p.m. Wait a minute. Did you just call Checkers an eatery? All right, slow it down, buddy. I think eatery, the title eatery, should be reserved for places that have real cutlery. That's just my opinion. If you got plastic spoons and forks, you're not an eatery. No, you're not. You're a fast food joint. Checkers, everybody knows it. Employees reported that Henry Arce Sabelero, age 49, was beating on a glass window of the drive-thru, screaming at the drive-thru employees because they didn't have any lettuce to put on his sandwich. Well, what kind of sandwich was it? Some sandwiches require lettuce. For instance, the BLT. And if you serve me a BLT without the L, I'm going to lose my shit, okay? Now, I'm not going to do what this dude did and pound on the drive-through window, but I'm going to pull around front. I'm going to stop, get out of my car, and I'm going to go inside. Put my mask on. I'm going to go right up there, and I'm going to demand you give me some L. I'm not taking an L. You take the L. You give me an L on my BLT. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having a BLT without the L. It doesn't say what the sandwich was. It also could have been, I don't know, maybe it's a chicken sandwich. Now, in my opinion, chicken sandwiches should come with lettuce and tomato. This is why I have a problem with that Chick-fil-A sandwich. It doesn't come with the L or the T. It should. Someone told me there's a special one you can order for more money that comes with an L and a T. No. Sorry, Chick-fil-A. Just the pickle isn't doing it. You give us more greenery on our damn sandwich. We're making a terrible dietary choice. You make us feel a little bit better by seeing a little green between the bun. Just a little bit makes me feel like it's okay to kill myself with this sandwich. You know what I'm saying? The employees at this Checkers said, of course, they were afraid for the safety of themselves and other customers. Police say that Arce Saballero was uncooperative. No way, he was uncooperative? A guy that was punching a drive-through window over lettuce was uncooperative? What a surprise. He also denied the allegations. I'm sure there's video of this, though, right? There's video. You can't even deny allegations anymore. You're stupid. There's video of everything. Every building you go up to, every store, there's video of you being uncooperative. So don't deny the allegations, dummies. According to the affidavit, Arce Saballero also refused to provide his driver's license after an officer repeatedly asked him, hello? You think people in Florida have driver's licenses? I mean, are you naive, police officers? Really? You think you'd know by now? No one has a driver's license in Florida. Hello? They're all driving around without a license. They don't have insurance. You stupid? Asking a Floridian to show their driver's license. You might as well ask them to whip out their PhD certificate out of the glove box. Ridiculous. The article says it's unclear if it's related, but the FDA recently announced that almost 4,000 cartons of lettuce potentially contaminated with E. coli have been recalled across the country. I'm going to say that has no relation to the story, really, because if you're like a fast food joint in Florida, you don't care about giving E. coli lettuce to your customers. It's Florida. Who gives a damn? No one cares. There's no. I think the FDA has its finger on the pulse of Florida fast food. What are you? Hello? Are you out of your mind? Not related. Not related. Author of this article. Going to go out on a limb and say it's not related. You know what's related? Insanity. That's what's related. That's related to every Florida article. Insanity is what it's related to because that's what Florida is. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jonesy. Thank you for sending me Florida stories for the Florida Friday episode. I greatly appreciate that. There was a lot of good stories to sift through. It was difficult to choose a few of them. The weirdness that's coming out of Florida around the holidays is classic, baby. Classic. Some people reached out to me to wish me happy Thanksgiving, like Grant Brown on Facebook. He wrote, Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry your plans got ruined. I'm thankful for Weird AF News. You're awesome, dude. You're awesome, too, Grant Brown. Thank you for reaching out to me on the Facebook. I got some more people. Hold on. Kirsty Kelly sent me a nice Thanksgiving email. She said, just a message to say Happy Thanksgiving and to say that I am thankful for you and the podcast that you do. I don't think you realize sometimes how much your podcast means to some people, especially people who are isolated and blind as well. Love you, you weirdo. Take care and keep your chin up. Blind Kirsty in the UK. Thank you, Blind Kirsty Kelly in the UK. Kirsty's really sweet. She sent me some candy, and she says she's going to send me a Christmas gift, which I'm so grateful for. Thank you for thinking of me, Kirsty. I'm thinking of you during the holidays as well, and I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for all of my listeners. Josh G, my buddy Joshy G, he wrote, Josh is from Vegas, says, dude, you've been cracking us up with the stories and voices like that aristocratic toughen up the kid guy. Hey, man, also giving good wishes. Happy Thanksgiving and stay safe. Take care, take time, take breaks if you need to. Josh G from Vegas. Thank you, Josh G from Vegas. Josh is an OG fan of Weird AF News. I also got some calls from people wishing me a happy Thanksgiving. I'll play them after this as well. I hope you all had a great holiday, and I'm leading you into the weekend with this episode, and I hope you have a great weekend as well. Many of you don't have to work since Thursday or Wednesday, which is great. So I hope you enjoy your days off with loved ones, eating a lot of delicious food, staying safe, of course. You know, feeling like life is normal again, like it used to be. Getting together with loved ones and friends, that's like the way we used to do it. And I hope some of you get to have a bit of that as well, so that you can, you know, at least for a weekend or a few days or even one day or an afternoon, at least feel like life is normal again. I think we all could use that right now. And the holidays are very important. And they can be like sort of like timeline markers to just remind us that, oh yeah, let's get back to basics. Let's get back to life if we can. Let's live like we used to, if we can. And there's little things you can do to make it feel like it used to be. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great time. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for listening to Weird AF News. I'm thankful for all of you. That's what I was thinking that I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, and I appreciate you all very, very much.
Happy Thanksgiving to Jonesy, and happy Thanksgiving to the Weird AF family. It's Michael from Iowa City calling, and I just want to say that even though 2020 has been a real dumpster fire of a year, with all of its challenges and changes, there is still so much to be grateful for. Boy, I'm just thinking back on things that have happened, and I still think about how good some of us still have it. And even if we've been through those rough times, all we have to do is just look into the faces of our loved ones and our friends and say, thank you for being there for me, for being around, and thank the Lord for giving us your grace and the good things that we have in our lives. There is much to be thankful for. And amongst those things is Weird AF News and Jonesy and the hard work that he does to bring joy, laughter, light into our day each and every day by listening to Weird AF News. He's had tough times too, and his shows have all been canceled. It's the thing that he loves to do, are those live shows. And he hasn't given up. He just keeps giving back. And I really, truly appreciate that. And that's why I'm saying, if you've ever considered joining the Patreon, then really consider joining now. I'm issuing the Thanks for Giving Patreon Challenge to anyone who might consider joining over this Thanksgiving week and this coming weekend. For anyone who joins the Patreon, I will match at the $2 level up to 50 people. It's money I would have used to get home to my family on the bus and my expenses to get there. So since I'm not spending it, I'm going to put it towards a good source, and that is Jonesy, for the hard work that he does in bringing a real light into my life. So between now and the podcast that Jonesy will do on Monday after this Thanksgiving weekend, anyone who joins the Patreon at any level, I will match at the $2 level up to 50 people. So please consider joining the Patreon now. And all of my Weird AF family, I appreciate you very much. I know people from the call-ins at the end of the show, and, you know, that makes me feel like I am connected to people. So let's show our appreciation for Jonesy. Let's help him out.
Jonesy, PAT. I had that COVID. I had a tough case of it for about 3 days, but then I went on and put that Texas ass whooping on it. But wanted to wish you happy Thanksgiving. I tried to gather up a load of them birds that was already cooked up pretty good and had them sent up there to you, but my connections couldn't get to there in time. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving with some birds and some corn or maize, whatever you want to call it. Are we allowed to say the Indians brought it anymore? I'm just going to say this. You know why we rule this place? Because we kicked everybody else's ass. Bye.
Hey, Jonesy, it's Lily. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the story you did about the mom that freaked out about the babysitter giving the chicken nuggets to her children. So, like, I can kind of see both sides of it because I feel really bad for the poor babysitter that, like, she was basically the subject of that mom's, like, anger and abuse, and that was really unfortunate. And then, like, for it to happen in front of the kids is really, really unfortunate, too. But, like, as a mom, I get it because I think, like, think about, like, how stressed everybody is right now, and, like, this mom had to find a new babysitter. Who knows what the circumstances were for her, like, who knows what she was going through that day. Like, raising kids is really, really hard anyway. And then especially, like, during COVID and everything, like, she's probably homeschooling. Who knows, like, if she's out of a job. Like, there could be all kinds of things going on. Like, we just don't know. And then I think, like, just in general, the stress of parenting and mothering is just, like, it's really hard. Like, I know for me, like, I also freaked out the first time that my husband gave McDonald's to our first child because, like, it was a little bit traumatic just because, like, going into having kids, I had all these, like, ideals of what I thought it was going to be like and what I thought we were going to do. And I thought that we were going to do, like, all organic, nothing processed, no fast food, like, everything just really clean and fresh and unprocessed. And then, like, to come home and just see them eating McDonald's, like, it's really upsetting when you feel like that's something that you wouldn't want to do, and, like, especially for a vegetarian family, like, that could be a huge, like, that's a huge ordeal for them. But, I mean, just that the poor mom should have kept it together a little bit and not have exploded in front of the kids and not have taken down the babysitter. And she definitely should have mentioned that or left a list of instructions. You were totally right about that. Like, you have to have a list of everything. Like, one of my children has food allergies, so, like, I have to constantly tell people that, like, don't give him any dairy. He's allergic to dairy. Like, he will die if you give him dairy. So, like, I get that. I see all sides of it. It's just, it's a really tough situation, but hopefully, like, they can all calm down and come together and apologize, and hopefully the poor babysitter doesn't actually get sued over it. Like, that would be really, like, that would just be blowing the thing up bigger than it needs to be. Like, I think they just need to get together and, like, have a coffee and talk about how hard it is to be a mom these days, any day. Like, raising kids is hard, like, especially during a pandemic. So hopefully they can all calm down and work it out. But anyway, Jonesy, keep it up. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. And enjoy your life, man.